being a diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there to sort of throw them out of rhythm.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there on that play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down. Once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Terrain. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals spill out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing outside of just...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's brought down, and it'll be enough for a first down. Houston wants to play fast.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get him across the line and pick up the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Moving away from pressure. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Grab near the marker, it's Proctor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll have to check his feelings after that play when he didn't get the first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Cougar! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athletic.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early this football.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He wants to change this route. The run to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Right on the money. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. To the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. He'll try to tack on one more.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was payback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Wake Forest. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with the lone back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the team. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. Offense set on first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here goes the heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Got his man down
everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Buying some time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Direct snap. Got a little space. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. This offense is just stuck in the run. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single...
Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense. with good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. On the move, he fires. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
Brings him to the open. Touchdown, Aaron. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the left. Open spaces. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Houston. Come on.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On the run, fires downfield. That, friends, is a busting play. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Steps away. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on 1st down. It's 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this 3rd down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Now he'll turn and throw back to the right. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the ground, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougars. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Might as well stick with him. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Plows through the defense. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
A little screen to the running back. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The RPO fire complete to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for them.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. Houston going up tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And
looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. And the route is on.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
See how the D reacts. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback adapting. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Football 7. Football 7.
Finds a man in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Houston wants to play fast.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Off play action. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Sends it back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Cougars want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds finds his man. It's Proctor. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now adjusting. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead's extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. Did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Looking to throw on first down. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down to 2. Houston going up tempo. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and the defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on.
He unleashes a long one. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Caught near the sticks. It's Proctor. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He wants to throw it. Dances away to buy time. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it at the ground or throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make it cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Cougar! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Teray. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Toure. Bounced off his feet. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to sling it on second down. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. The screen, he's got wheels. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Military's done. Military's done.
Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same